bring you another knife discussion, let's put it that way. And this is called the Introduction to AEB-L. Other words, I should say Introduction to William Collins AEB-L, because there's a difference, guys. About 2 months ago, I was asked by William to do a edge retention test. I had a 01, I had a, I think it was A2 steel, and this new steel AEB-L. Wasn't familiar with it. I really didn't even know it's a stainless steel. So I did the retention test, the edge retention, and it outperformed all the knives 01 just by a little bit, from how many times it was cut to how many times it took to sharpen to get it back. And what I liked about that was it was impressive. And I didn't know a whole lot about it, and I started reading about it and see what it is. Come find out, it's a razor blade steel. It was engineered and designed to be a thin steel and to stay sharp. Well, then knife manufacturers get a hold of it and say, hey, you know, it looks promising, can it handle? When Will approached me, I said, man, they never engineered, they never tested it to be 3/16 of an inch thick, guys. So I don't know what the knife's going to do, and I don't know how it's going to perform. So, of course, William, you know, sends me out a knife to do some testing, and I wanted to see how it worked, and I want to try to edit some videos in here. That hit on the blade, straight onto the blade. You could hear it hit the rocks, stuck down in the actual mud. You can see the mud on the knife. Absolutely no nicking on this knife. Hold tight, let me clean this up, guys. No nicks, no chips. All right, guys, that's test number 2 complete. All right, guys, 24-hour test of the WC gauntlet knife. It's been soaking in water for 24 hours in the walnut stain to check out how the stainless steel is. Let's see what happens. Okay, guys, that's the same stain I used to stain my traps with. There you go, guys. No staining, no sign of corrosive. Still razor sharp. First test done. Looking good. I want to do a battery cable test on this. That means I want to cut the battery cable. Now this battery's dead, everything's been safe, but what it is there's a lot of copper strands in battery cable which would turn into snares. So that would be a useful item to know if you're stranded in your vehicle. So let's see how she'll do through a battery cable. Cut into the battery. Here. Well, guys, take a look at that edge. Just seen it. Watch my fingernail go down it. No nicks, no runs. Still pretty sharp. So there you go, guys. But this is an AEB-L steel, and so we're going to do the same test to see how they perform differently from the 01 steel to the AEB-L. So here we go, guys. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, you just seen her penetrate that test. What we're going to look for right now is edge retention. Did we find any chipping? I had a comment on the last video said it was chipping. And if you notice, this is green paint. So I want to really get cleaned up here to make sure nobody, and I want to show you on my thumbnail, it will grab if it has any chipping. Okay, guys, the knife is not as sharp. Of course, it just went through a steel door, but it's still pretty relatively sharp. Let's see how she does on this dry piece of wood. Now there's your test, guys, on this. This is William Collins AEB-L. Now it just went through a corridor, guys, and look at it. And remember, guys, we do these tests on these knives for you don't have to. But we just want to make sure, I believe William wants to make sure he wants to put the best product he can get out on the AEB-L. It's a newer steel and we want to know what it's going to do. You can see that these knives have been tested thoroughly. And it's not done yet. We're not done testing this. We're just giving you insight into AEB-L. What I look for when I'm testing a knife is, number one, how sharp is it? Can it go extremely sharp? Two is, how's the performance? How's it work? You know, how's it feel? Number three is the grind angle. A lot of knives out there is 22.5 degrees. They're very thick. William runs at 11.5 degree angle, so it brings it down. So when you have this thick angles, it's more robust, but when you thin it down, it makes a better performer, better cutter, better slicer. And so, but that also comes within reason, it could get a little bit more delicate or fragile or dull faster, let's say. So the other thing is number four is recovery. That means once the knife goes dull in the field, I'll process 2 deer, 3 deer, whatever. How easy is it to recover? How easy, how fast it will come back to sharpen. And the fourth thing is maintenance. I'll take care of it. What's it take to take care of it? That's my 5 criteria. So when I got sent this knife, I got sent a Master Woodsman Model 2. Now look at that work art there. William says he don't do purdy. Yeah, he does. That's purdy. But believe it or not, guys, this knife's seen a lot of testing. Them ain't the original handles that were on that knife, guys. This knife went back to William 3 times. We were seeing challenges involved in AEB-L. It was a great performer, but it needed to do better. Slicing test, cutting test, edge retention, all held in there, but it wasn't impact. If you hit a bone, if you hit something hard, it didn't perform like 01. 01 beat it out. Other steels was beating it out. So the knife went back. I got it back, more testing, didn't like it, didn't see the performance in it, sent it back, and William went to the back to the drawing board on heat treating. Guys, I'm gonna stress something to you. Not AEB-L is all the same. If you bought AEB-L in Maine, and you might get it from a different manufacturer, that could have a variance unless it's certified. The other thing is everybody has their old heat treating process. And when AEB-L come out, I read the chart. This is how it should be heat treated. Well, it wasn't showing the performance. This is why I am in WC Knives camp, because William won't let it go. William he's got people outside the country, in the country, south, north, all giving him feedback on knives. This costs a lot of money, shipping knives, man, testing knives, you know, getting feedback on the phone all the time. To understand, and then he went back to the drawing board. And he called me and he shot me a short video and said, watch this. And I said, oh no. So that's when he put these handles on this and sent it back to me. I got it out of the box. Right here's his writing. It says, careful, this is sharp. And he knows me, being I like messing with fur and stuff, I need a razor blade, guys. And that knife impressed me, just the sharpness. You can feel the sharpness of this knife. But that ain't all. So I get out there and I start pounding it. I got a hedge apple knot down there, and I was laying to it. And it's all about impacts for me, guys, on this test, because we didn't see promising numbers. Now, William, you hit it out of the park, brother. This heat treating, I don't know what you do. I don't know the science behind it. I've read a lot of stuff about carbons and atoms and blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm a user, guys. And whatever he did to this knife is just crazy. It's holding an edge all better, just way better than 01. It's sharper than 01. That sounds funny, guys, because I put my 01 on strops, and you can shave with them. I can actually feel individual hairs coming off my arm with this knife. So, guys, I want you to understand that all heat treating is not the same. This can't be called AEB-L steel. This needs to be called WC AEB-L steel, because it's different. And if you guys want to read something about, there's a guy named Bob Dozer. He was the father of D2 because of his heat treating, guys. His heat treating was so good and nobody could copy it. That was a big secret. That's how I feel about the William Kahn's AEB-L now. It was not bad, but it could be a lot better. And I love William, because William went back to the drawing board and said, watch this. I ain't gonna give up on this, man. He kept going. And I get the knife back and I'm just blown away with it. He outperformed my 01 hands down, and I am an 01 fan, because 01 stays sharp, 01 is easy to recover, and it's a tough steel. This knife is, I'm very highly impressed. It takes a lot for me to change my mind on something. He changed my mind on the steel. And we're not done testing this, guys. There's a lot more videos coming out. We haven't released videos. I shoot videos and William gets them, and we go back and forth in discussion and different tests. And I try to do real world tests, guys. I want to try to link these in this video where you can see, short videos of this knife testing. It's, like I said, it's all about, I keep going back to my notes because I'll forget stuff that I want to talk about. But remember, AEB-L, if you heat treat it, what they said in that box, is a decent knife, but it has challenges. It has challenges. We're starting to see that. They're running a very 22.5-degree angle, because when they thin it up, they're seeing problems. William didn't let this go. William fixed that in heat treating. So guys, if you got to give a grain of salt. There's a lot of knife manufacturers out there, but you got to give a grain of salt to them, because how fine a heat treating they do. If you get heat treating off, man, it can give you a bad rap. So these knives do not go out the door until basically everybody here agrees on, is it worthy going out? So I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed on being able to test these knives for Will. I do a lot of work, guys. I don't go out there and do the batoning and the feather sticking, and I do, but I use my field, what I use a knife for. And I feel that right now it's the best of AEB-L for right now. We've got more testing to do on. So the other thing I want to tell you about is, guess what I received in the mail? Look, another Master Woodsman. Well, guys, can you see that? That's a Model 1 production Master Woodsman. And I got sent in, and I got one. You know, look, 2 Master Woodsmans. Difference is he treated this like he did that. And I want to show you my preliminary test on this thing. This is a corrosive test I did. This is with lemon juice. And we all know if we put lemon juice on an 01 steel, it's going to eat up. This also has salt water put on there. And this sat on for 6 hours. And you can see the staining right here, right there. This is lemon juice. It should have ate this blade up. I have tests on that. It usually pits 01. I cannot feel anything. This is salt water, left a black dot. Both of these could be polished out. And I said, oh no. William changed my 01 again. Wicked sharp, edge retention. Guys, don't freak out. I mean, I'm not giving up. This is a preliminary test on this. And I just couldn't believe that what William did made this more stain proof and more durable. The other thing is, real quick, guys, is when we talked about the maintenance of a knife, this is AEB-L, this is in stainless steel. This is my WCSK. This is for use, high humidity in the state of Ohio. Look at my pommel. And I believe that's why I prefer stainless steel, but it's very hard to get stainless steel to work. So you guys get to see when these knives start getting used what they look like. And really, guys, if you zoom in there, that's serial number 003. I should probably be putting this up as a collector's piece, but forget it. I buy knives to use them. So guys, I know it's kind of rambling on. I'm gonna try to cut some editing for you guys. But I want you to stay tuned because there's stuff coming out of here in the AEB-L in the Williams shop that is highly impressive. I don't think it's sunk in all the way how good this thing's been performing. So guys, thanks for everything you do for me. Like, subscribe, share. You guys know that. You guys do it. But stay tuned for these other videos. Guys, thank you, and God bless you.